Hey, happy Friday, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresco. Let's take a look at our current weather and traffic conditions right now on this Friday afternoon with 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. Traffic looks a little slow right now behind you, Brian.
Our director, Nikki, was all excited about showing this camera here with the slow traffic on I-91. From what I can see, I don't see any kind of accident here. This may just be Friday getaway volume, so just keep that in mind that things are running a little bit slow early here in the evening commute. Let's take a look at the map, shall we, Nikki? Thank you very much. And you can see here a little slow southbound through downtown, but otherwise, just a quick glance here. No major problems downtown other than that slowdown. A little bit of slow traffic on 291 with the merge to 91, which would make sense because the traffic on 91 is running slow. Pike looks good. North of the city, we're okay. Temperatures right now ranging in the 50s to 60 degrees. 60, in fact, right now. Westfield, Northampton, 58, 59, and Greenfield were a little cooler in the Berkshires. And so far we've had a bright day, but notice that we've got a little bit of light rain, at least on radar, that's working its way into the Pioneer Valley. So gradually this very light rain is going to moisten the atmosphere. And I expect mid-evening we're going to end up with a little damp weather here in the Pioneer Valley. And also damp weather expected for the weekend. We'll track it with our 22 News Storm Team forecast.
A suspect was arrested in connection with the 3 workers killed on I-91 in West Springfield this morning. According to the Hampden County DA Anthony Gallooni, police arrested Bilal Griffith after he fled the scene of the accident around 12:45 a.m. The 3 workers were repairing a guardrail on I-91 North when the suspect struck and killed the 3 men and flipped the vehicle on its roof. A full-scale multi-agency investigation was launched and eventually led to the arrest. He is charged with 3 counts of manslaughter and leaving the scene of personal injury or death. New improvements are coming to the X intersection in Springfield. According to the state, the new design will improve traffic, upgrade walkways and bike lanes, and replace and improve traffic signals. This project reflects increased traffic and the need for increased safety in the area. Mass DOT says construction is set to begin this spring and the project will take roughly 5 years to complete. The first phase this season will mean utility work on Sumner Ave and site preparation in the area. Court hearings were held today for the alleged clients of a high-end brothel operating out of Cambridge, Watertown, and Washington, D.C. 23 suspected clients have been identified, including Cambridge City Councilor Paul Toner. Federal investigators have described suspected clients of the brothel as elected officials, doctors, military officers, government contractors, and other positions of power. The 3 people charged with running the brothel network have all pled guilty. A man from Providence was sentenced in Boston federal court for leading a drug trafficking organization operating in southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island. 38-year-old Estarlin Ortiz and Quintera was arrested after police in Fall River found a stash house with over 12 kilos of fentanyl. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison, followed by 5 years of supervised release, and is subject to deportation upon completion of his sentence. Well, back now with meteorologist Brian Lapis. It looks like temperatures tomorrow could be all over the place.
Yeah, very low confidence, as we say in the weather business, in our temperature forecast. We were talking before we started the newscast here that there are some places to our south that may get into the 70s and not too far to the south, say Connecticut. Here, we may not make it out of the 40s in some places. Let's take a look and show you what's happening. In the meantime, we've got temps that are near 60 degrees right now. Clouds are starting to close in. And as we head into the evening hours, plan on it. Increasing clouds, and especially after, say, 8 o'clock tonight, the chances for some light rain and showers increase. And then rain is likely overnight tonight. Keep in mind that temperatures after midnight tonight, especially along the Mohawk Trail, may be cool enough for some pockets of ice. So Franklin County, northern Berkshire County, you may have a little wintry mix on your hands for early tomorrow morning. Mostly cloudy day here tomorrow with scattered showers and pockets of drizzle. And as we were mentioning, with this northeast breeze bringing in the cooler air, even during the middle of the day tomorrow, there may be some pockets of sleet and freezing rain in Franklin County and northern Berkshire County. High temperatures tomorrow, at least at this point, we're forecasting a high of 48 to 52, especially for the lower Pioneer Valley tomorrow. Another damp day on Sunday. We'll track it on 22 News at 5.
Mass State Police will be conducting a sobriety checkpoint on Friday in Hampden County to help prevent impaired driving. According to State Police, the checkpoint will be held somewhere in Hampden County between Friday, March 28th and Saturday, the 29th. A specific location has not been announced. Checkpoints are an effort to help educate drivers, bring awareness, and deter drivers to operate under the influence of alcohol or drugs. The Frozen Four hockey tournament continues for the UMass Minutemen, a thrilling finish in last night's game where the 13th seeded UMass Minutemen moved on to the quarterfinals. The Minutemen upset the number 5 seed Minnesota Golden Gophers 5-4 in overtime in the first round of the NCAA tournament in Fargo, North Dakota. Tomorrow night, the Minutemen will play for a Frozen Four berth against the Western Michigan Broncos. Puck drops for 6:30 p.m. Tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, with it being the start of spring, that means it's also the start of tick season. Tonight, find out ways you can stay safe from these disease-causing pests. And in Holyoke, a flag raising was held for Vietnam War veterans in honor of tomorrow's annual observance. A recap of today's event. Plus, the funeral service was held today for Maureen Neal, the wife of Congressman Richard Neal. A look back at her legacy.
One last check of traffic here. We do have a slowdown on I-91 southbound in downtown Springfield. I suspect that this is mainly volume as the evening commute gets underway. Otherwise, Pike looks good to the east and to the west, and I-91 looks good to the north. Damp this weekend. In some spots, it may be icy. We'll track that potential on 22 News starting at 5.
Brian, thanks as always, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4. Latest updates all weekend long on our website, wwlp.com, and the free 22 News app. We'll see you tonight starting at 5.